One. Good evening and welcome to another edition of Fightnwords and the Fightnwords News Network. Fightnwords is brought to you each and every night of the week in grateful appreciation to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, the men and women of police and fire services, the doctors and nurses and first responders of COVID, and the wonderful people in the markets that keep our shelves stocked during the pandemic and hard times. Tonight's program is dedicated to a wonderful guy. His name is Charlie Higgins. Charlie was a beat cop in the city of Philadelphia who happened to walk into a Dunkin' Donuts. He was a beat cop. He walked the beat. He walked into a Dunkin' Donuts uh, 25 years ago today, and he was met with 7 rounds. Um, did not he succumb to the firepower, and tonight we're dedicating the program to him and his family, Melissa, Mary, Joe, and Josephine. So we keep him in our minds and our prayers. So that's what the dedication is for tonight. That was a pretty big fight night, Z. What do you think?
Well, I know that last week during the afternoon, I know the Joseph Parker fight went on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not a little up to date with the MMA just yet, but I did watch the Joseph Parker fight.
All right, let's talk about that. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it was a very, very exciting fight. And Fabio Woodley won by stoppage, which to the most surprise most people, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Parker came in weighing 262 pounds.
Mm.
And yes, and that's quite heavy for Joseph Parker. He's got maybe 20-something pounds over what he normally fights at. He looked good in his shape. So I think he was having to kind of lay his weight on Fabio Woodley, being as though he's more experienced and he considered he can get in those positions to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Get a weight on him, maybe hit a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, he couldn't avoid. He couldn't avoid the shots, the laser shots, to be honest. And he came in, and in round 2, he got buzzed.
Mm-hmm.
He got buzzed. I'm not sure if he got dropped, but he got hurt in round 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he recovered, and he started taking a bit more control of the fight. And he started sort of making the fight go his way, but it was always that lingering danger. And I'm not sure if it was round 8 or 9, but I know Fabio Woodley, he was tiring. And Joseph Parker, he was being effective at his sort of fight, kind of, I don't want to say wearing Fabio Woodley out, but kind of just running him hot and wearing him down.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Fabio Woodley hit him with another shot and kind of stood him still. And then he came and hit him with another shot that buzzed him.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, Fabio started throwing his punches, and Joseph Parker didn't really respond, and the rest stepped in and stopped him. Mm-hmm. So it was a very exciting fight, but as I said, it surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to see a rematch of Joseph Parker, with Joseph Parker losing, not coming in as heavy.
Right. Well, Tony, let me ask you a question then. There is a match trying to be made out there. Alexander Usyk and the winner of the Parker Woodley fight. So we know that Woodley is the winner. What's your thoughts on that fight?
It'd be a good fight. There's no way that Usyk's going to lose. But I think there could have been more exciting matches that were made up. But I guess if you go through the pecking order, that's the proper thing to do, I guess. So, we're going to see it. Usyk won't lose the fight. There's no way. Mm-hmm. He's the king in the show.
Okay, what do you think?
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy because Woodley was thought of more of a tune-up for Joseph Parker before the Usyk fight. So for him to win and kind of get this spot, pretty good, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it was just, I guess Hearn's trying to put this thing together. And there was a lot. He got a lot of press this week about, and most of it was a bunch of nothing. But Eddie Hearn, being Eddie Hearn, did get a bunch of press. How about Z? What do you think about Danny Garcia and his career with a knockout with Gonzalez?
I liked it. I liked it. If he ends his career, and you never know because he can come back, but that's how you're supposed to end your career. Then he moved up in weight, and he looked like Danny Garcia. I mean, he looked good for who he was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, kudos to Danny Garcia. He's a wonderful career. Guy will fight anybody, and a guy who's dangerous with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see him. I like to see him go out on top.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see him go out.
Sure.
Go out on top.
Sure. What do you think, Tone?
I will say Danny Garcia he would never back down to anybody. That's what I appreciate with his career. I mean, he didn't matter who it was. He'd fight. He didn't care. There was no thinking about it or let me get back to you. He just did it. If somebody wanted to fight him or if he wanted to fight someone, he stood up and did it. So he went out the way he was supposed to. I think he'll come back. I think eventually down the road he'll have another fight. It might be an exhibition or something, but he'll be back.
Okay. Hey, Z, there's a question out there. Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. Will that ever come to fruition? And if it does, who do you think will come out on top?
If it comes to fruition, I would say it will have to come soon. Or else both guys will have to kind of fall in the same category.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Max Holloway right now, he's a little younger, and they're both are war. But I would say he's a little more. I think a little more spry, has a little more in the tank. Oliveira still dangerous, but I just don't think he has as much in the tank as Max.
Mm-hmm.
Will the fight happen? Absolutely. I mean, anything can happen. These guys are under promotion, so it wouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just with the fans or with Dana White ones.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you brought Dana White up because there's a question out there also that Eddie Hearn is looking to take down Dana White, especially in the boxing game, but he wants to go after him in the UFC game. Can that happen? What do you think, Tony?
I think Hearn needs to just keep to Eddie Hearn and just keep his mouth shut. He needs to get a couple of boxers that can actually win some fights before he runs his mouth.
Mm-hmm. See?
It would be into money and promotion, and he would have to offer something that Dana White isn't. As far as right now, Dana White has the top MMA fighters for the most part. So Eddie Hearn would have to maybe in England. It's big in England. So, but England is notoriously boxing. They're boxing heavy. So the UFC MMA doesn't fly as heavy in England as boxing does. So, and that's where Eddie Hearn's base is mainly from. That would also run counter with him working with Turk Al-Rashid. Because Dana White is working heavily with Turk Al-Rashid. So if you're going to go after Dana White, you're walking kind of a fine line on a guy who's kind of dealing with all of the boxing promoters to a degree.
Thank you.
And if you kind of, you don't want to alienate yourself necessarily right now from Turk because the fighters want to deal with him. So that there is what Eddie Hearn has to look for. You have to look for. I mean, I can make an enemy out of this guy, but right now he has the ear of the guy who's kind of running boxing promotion to a degree around the world. I mean, he can do it. I mean, he can try, and I can't say he won't be successful. As I said, promotion and as I say, he has to offer something to Damon.
Mhm.
But still has to walk that fine line.
Why is he going? Okay. We've had a lot of talk here in the last couple of weeks about Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, and I can't understand why anybody. Uh, I'm questioning myself now that whole setup because Boots took him out in 1.3, the first round of the fight. What's your thoughts, Sig?
Yeah, I forget the guy who took out.
Mm-hmm.
Boots moved up to 154,
Mm-hmm.
the junior middleweight division, and I forget the guy who he fought, but he
Mm-hmm.
took him out in the first round.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about setting him up against Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah.
And that will be a very interesting fight to me. I would like to see how big. I would like to see their size.
Right.
Something tells me that Boots is going to come in bigger than Good Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to see how that affects it.
Mm-hmm.
If they are, but stylistically, it will go to the later rounds, and I would have to see what kind of fight it will be.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody kind of, worry about the other person's power, is pressure getting the one, is the other person outboxing, is, there's a lot of things with both of these two guys to where
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to see, I know what Virgil Ortiz is at that weight.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to almost see more Boots. I almost want to see take another fight before he fights somebody like Virgil Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how this goes. And right now, you take the fights that especially the bigger fights that you can get.
Right.
So yeah, I think it'll be a very interesting fight.
Mm-hmm.
Will it happen soon? Hopefully.
Okay, Tony. It was Boots Ennis against Lima. He took him out in the first round, right mid round. I had talked to Bernard Fernandez. Eddie Hearn had given him tickets to see it, and he was not impressed with the undercard or this fight. What do you think?
If he was impressed with it, he's the man. So, the little bit I know about it, I wasn't overly impressed myself. I didn't get a chance to witness the fights, but I think they could have built a better card overall.
Yeah. That building a card reminds me of another question here. Where is it? Z. Why would they put Oliveira against Gamrot? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
They fought already?
No, they're going to. Yeah, they're going to. That card doesn't.
I don't know. As far as I know, it depends. If I'm, can gauge it right, I would say that they're sharing what Oliveira has left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tony, what do you think about Virgil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin next week?
It's going to be a good fight, but unfortunately, I don't think Lubin going to quite have what it needs to beat Virgil Ortiz in this fight. But don't put Erickson Lubin down. As a loser yet. He's strong up and coming boxer. He's been working the Orlando circuit. I know that he's fought a couple fights this year in Orlando, and I think he won one, lost one, but he's not going to have what it takes, I think, to beat Ortiz.
What do you think, Z?
I have to agree with Tony. Lubin has been around. Actually, he's been around. Lubin's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the problem. Virgil Ortiz is literally Ashton Lubin's poison.
Mm-hmm.
A clean pressure fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing, Ashton Lubin, as good as he is, he'll have little lapses. On defense, he'll have little openings to where they'll become bigger during the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a tough guy. He's a very tough guy. But he's capable of being punished, especially this fight.
Right.
Fundura punished him. But they stopped Fundura because he kind of disfigured Ruben's face.
Mm-hmm.
That fight, they stopped it, for Fundura. I can see the same kind of thing going on here, except for cleaner. Virgil Ortiz is clean.
Mm-hmm.
And like Lubin, he's very skilled, and he's going to have his moments. Ortiz is too consistently clean, and he's going to be there. And as I say, I think that's Harrison Lubin's poison.
Mm-hmm.
So I predict that it's going to be brutal on that end. But I'm hoping for a good fight, and everybody comes out healthy.
Okay. Let me ask you another one on that side. Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gain came to a draw last week for a finger in the eye. What did you see it? And if you did, what did you think it was the outcome right or not?
Oh, the finger in the eye, If they, I don't know how they work the scorecards. If they have to go to a certain amount of rounds,
right,
for them to go through the scorecards. Did it happen with the second round? Was it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it didn't go long enough to determine the scorecards. So that's the rule. I mean, to be honest, that's the rule. It was an accidental poke. So I mean, it can't fault anybody for it, and that's the rule.
Yeah.
It may kind of suck, but that's what it is, and that's how you rule it. You have to run it back, I guess.
Okay. Hey Tony, Alex Pereira feels he's done everything he could in MMA, and he wants to try boxing. Do you see that as a possible crossover?
Who you cut out when you?
Alex Pereira.
What I know, Pereira, I think he could come across. I mean, I don't know how good he would be in boxing, but I think he could. I think it'd be interesting to watch. It'd be something I would definitely be interested in seeing, and I think he would probably be decent. I don't think he would be title material, but I think he could probably fight a few people and probably get a good turnover.
Okay.
From MMA.
What do you think, Z?
Yeah, I don't see Alex Pereira being very good at boxing, and I'll put it this way: Jake Paul will knock him out.
Wow.
Jake Paul will knock Alex Pereira. Just because right now, Alex Pereira is in his late 30s.
Yeah.
And you're asking him to transfer skills to relate to people who've been doing this a lot, the boxing aspect a lot longer. He could be tough and take a punch and deliver a punch, but the skills to be there, and get away, he doesn't have as far as boxing is concerned. So, yeah, like right now, I think he would translate the boxing with big fight fighting other UFC guys in boxing. That's as far as I can see. As far as fighting boxing,
I think he'd be better at bare knuckles. He could take the hits and he could deliver some hits. But as far as the actual rules and skills of boxing, I think he'd be better off just bare knuckles going at it.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, Z, you brought up Jake Paul. There's a little bit of a controversy going on right now in that Shakar Stevens and Ray Floyd are now helping Jake Paul in his camp. Is that good or bad? And if so, why?
Anytime you have a top level boxer helping you in your camp, that's good.
Right.
That's good. But that, right now we're living in a day and age of likes and the camera. You have to be noticed, attention seeking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically kind of what this is. They're playing the angle that Shakur and Tank are enemies because they're in the same weight class and they're not fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
So one's ducking the other, all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's right now that's what we're doing. We're just dealing with attention seeking.
Okay.
But I mean, if he's going to be there in the capacity to help, then yes, you take somebody who's more skilled than you, who's been to a higher level than you. You always take their help and advice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think, Tony?
Totally agree with everything Z said. I wouldn't even add anything. He's 100% right on everything.
Okay. Hey, Tony, Sergio Mora says that the Pacquiao Mayweather is 10 years too late and nobody's going to watch it. What's your thoughts?
I agree a little bit with it. I still want, this is my opinion only. I think that they'll be watching for Pacquiao because of how good Pacquiao showed himself this last time he fought. Mayweather, he's got to get his nose back in everything, get seen, and I guess a money thing for him because I know he blows a lot of money. I know he's made a lot of money, but I don't really care to watch Floyd Mayweather fight again. I'd love to watch Manny Pacquiao fight, especially after this last time.
Mm-hmm.
So my opinion is I'd watch it for Pacquiao. As far as a fight overall, like getting excited about it, no, not at all.
Mm-hmm. Z?
I'll tell you what. If they fight at 160, then it'll be a little closer, as far as competitive.
Mm-hmm.
But anything under 160 that's not an exhibition, Floyd doesn't want it. Floyd does not want any parts of Pacquiao alive. Real fight Pacquiao under 160 pounds. And I say under 160 pounds because if Floyd trains under 160 pounds right now, he's not going to be able to compete with Pacquiao. There's no way on the face of the planet that Floyd Mayweather at this point can compete with Manny Pacquiao at 156 pounds, at 154 pounds. No way. No way on the face of the planet. Retirement has done two different things to these guys. Floyd is still in shape and competitive, but not where Pacquiao's doing. And Floyd is different. They're different fighters. So what's going to happen is Floyd's going to, he can fight people now to where he can use his diminishing skills. He still has them, and he still has the sharp brain. But against a guy like Pacquiao, who's still fast twitch and still can compete at a championship level, that's Floyd right now. He's too old for Pacquiao. Can't believe I'm saying, but he's too old to fight Pacquiao. Pacquiao's still working in a young man's body to a degree. Not the way he was before, but he's still working at that level. And Floyd, he hasn't done that in years as far as that level. So I wouldn't necessarily, I would love to see it, but I don't think that Floyd is a little smarter than that. So I think it's more of an exhibition than anything.
Okay. Well, let me come back to your side. The other side is Patty Pembrett is calling out Michael Chandler. What's your thoughts on that one?
He can try it. Michael Chandler's dangerous. Michael Chandler's dangerous. So, he's not saying that it wouldn't be a good fight or Patty couldn't win, but Michael Chandler's dangerous. So, be careful what you wish for.
What do you think, Tony?
I would agree 100%. Michael Chandler's not one to play with. What little of MMA I really follow, I follow Michael Chandler enough to know that he's not one that you want to play with. If they put a fight together of Ian Gary and Bilal Muhammad,
I mean, Gary's been chasing Bilal for a couple weeks now. There's nothing signed, but if that comes about, what do you think how do you think that's going to work out?
I'm not too familiar on Ian Gary. I just know that with Bilal Muhammad,
Mm-hmm.
you just don't want him grappling on you. It's not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Bilal's a guy who's going to stun a lot of things you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, really, you try to get him on the feet if you can, for the most part, but you don't want him swimming on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The Tony Anthony Joshua is going to fight in sometime in February of 26. But there's nobody. It's a TBA at this point. If you were the matchmaker, who would you match him with?
Excuse me. Honestly, I think I'd put him against Usyk. I'd like to see him and Usyk go again, or get them to go out. I mean, Anthony Joshua's just trying to get a hold of any and everybody he can. There's always names being thrown out there. We've seen him fight numerous people, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, or whoever. But you know what? Put him with Usyk. Let's see that. Let's see something. Let's see what he's made of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Z, what do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see him against Deontay Wilder right now. I think Deontay Wilder is done as far as any elite level. Usyk and Joshua, I pretty much know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't think it's going to change too much. He might even stop Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Joshua either against. I would like to see him actually, right at this point, I would like to see him fight Tyson Fury. At this point, Tyson Fury would be interested. Or I like to see him fight Derek Chisora.
Ooh, that would be a good one. I like that one. But you mentioned Fury. Didn't Fury just say he doesn't want to get back in the ring?
Oh, well, if he doesn't want to get back in the ring, then he's had a good career.
Yeah.
So, I can understand that.
All right. Tony, how about your side?
Tyson Fury says he's done, but he's another one. He'll be back. He likes the attention and the money.
Okay. How about we had Amanda Soriano and Erica Cruz in 26, January 3rd of 26. Let's start with you, Tony. What you think on this one?
It's Soriano too.
Erica Cruz, Cruz.
I don't know a lot about Cruz, but Soriano,
Mm-hmm.
interesting fight for sure. I don't know if that one's going to be a huge draw, but it'll be interesting to stay on top of it and see what happens.
Okay. Z?
I think it's going to be a pretty good fight. I think Soriano's not going to be able to stand in the trenches like that with Erica Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to have to use her boxing ability and watch out for that aggression. I think it's going to be an interesting fight. I think Soriano does have the skill to do that. But Soriano, she has a propensity to want to get at you a lot. She really kind of can't do that this fight and be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to have to see a bit for Soriano.
Okay. Let me ask you about Garcia and Gonzalez. See, what's your thoughts on that one?
Which Garcia is that?
Ryan.
Against Gonzalez. Not the Gonzalez. I have to see which Gonzalez he's fighting.
Okay.
Not the guy who fought Devin Haney recently.
Mm-hmm.
I hope not. That's going to end terribly for Gonzalez. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Tony, we have Joshua and London coming up in 26. What do you think Anthony Joshua will do?
Let's see if it even gets that far. Something, I just don't feel like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like something's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be, whether it's going to be an injury or something's going to change. There's so many things that have been changing here recently, and fights dropping off at the last minute and everything. That would just, I don't know, to me, it just feels like something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Z, if you had to pick a partner for Anthony Joshua to fight in February, who would you pick?
In February, yeah, that's enough time for a camp. Lord, as I say, I would look to fight somebody like Derek. If I was Joshua's promoter, I would look to fight somebody safe right now, to be honest, just to kind of get Joshua back on track, back his name back out there, something that he could be, a fight he could be successful at. So I guess promotion-wise, I wouldn't pick anybody like a Joshua or an Atuma. So I don't, I would pick, one of the lighter touches. Somebody in the heavyweight division that, just maybe an Otto Whalen or somebody. That might be even a tough fight with Joshua. So somebody not even, as tough as Otto Whalen. Just to get him out there. Right now, Joshua's a guy who operates totally on confidence. If he's confident, he's going to trump almost anybody. If he's not, he's going to get knocked out by Ruiz. Okay. I mean, Joshua's good, but he's in his head a lot.
Right.
He's mechanical with what he does, but he's also pretty good when he's confident. But then you see he'll get hit, just like when the Dubois fight, and he'll lose confidence and he'll lose, thought process. He'll lose his game plan. And he'll start doing crazy stuff like trying to uppercut from across the ring. So Joshua, I like him. So I like the way he's building up, and he's a guy who'll go out on his shit. I do respect that about Joshua. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to stop him. So I would like to see a lighter touch with him, just to bring him back up, because I do think he can compete with some of these guys right now.
Okay.
Let me ask. Let me throw something else in there. Is David Morrell in that weight class with Joshua?
No, he's 2 weight classes below.
2 weight. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was going to say maybe something like that, but I still say Usyk. I think Anthony Joshua better get out there and do something. He's got to quit dicking around. He needs to get out there, take a chance, fight Usyk, and see what happens. Try David his best. I mean, that's all you do. I don't think Usyk would lose by any means, but it would draw some money and get his name back out there again and everything else. It'd be a nice draw, I think, for him. But by no means do I think Joshua would beat Usyk.
Right now, Joshua is aiming at a big fight in England with Fabio Wardley. They're both from England, and Joshua still has that big name. Fabio Wardley that could be a lucrative fight for both of these guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled that off.
Okay. Hey, Sean O'Malley claims that he's the only person who can fight and win against Devashia. What's your thoughts?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley's live. But we're gonna. If they match up, then we'll see. But I can't say that he can't.
Okay. What do you think of a Leon Edwards and Paredes fight? Carlos Paredes.
It depends what Leon Edwards has left. It depends. Leon Edwards, if he still has a little bit of charge, he's good. But Leon, he's a guy he had a flashing moment, but I think that's kind of done with. And he's kind of who he is. He's good, but he's not totally elite. He's great. I'm gonna give Leon, he's pretty great, but he's not elite.
All right, Tony. WBA came out about a week ago and said that Ball and Fundora have to have a rematch soon. One, do you think that's a good deal? And two, who do you think will win?
You said Fundora and who?
Ball.
Jake Paul?
Ball, no, Ball.
Oh, Paul. I'd be a good fight. Again, I like Paul. I really like Nick Paul. I think if Nick gets in the right camp with the right people, I think there's a good chance he could take Fundora. I don't think it'll happen, but I do think there's. I mean, it could go either way, but Fundora will probably pull it off. But don't count Nick Paul out. Hey, that boy's a beast, and if he doesn't back down. That's what I love about him. He doesn't quit. So I'll be rooting for Nick Paul.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, but it'll be a good fight.
All right.
It'll be a bloody mess.
Yeah. What do you think, Z?
I don't know if that happened just because we have to see what Fundora does with the fight coming up against Keith Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, I mean, it really depends what happens with that fight, to be honest. If Fundora wins, then I anticipate that they're going to try to match him up against either Bruce Ennis or Virgil Ortiz. They're going to look to try to advance him more like that. Right now, Nick Ball's not a guy who I mean, as good as he is, he's not a guy that's in demand right now.
Right.
So as far as Fundora, now if he loses to Keith Thurman, then you know what I mean. Then maybe that opportunity comes up.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, they're probably going to try to guide Fundora for the bigger paydays like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Thurman fight's off.
It was off for.
It was probably till February.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say I knew something happened, and something went. I thought it was permanently off, but it got moved back.
Yeah. He got what's the name? Got broke it's either his hand or fingers, and so they moved it back to February.
Was it Fundora that broke it, or
yeah, Fundora? Yeah, Fundora for a change.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Paulie Malignaggi, the guy who we've kicked around here for years, got back into swing, but this time he's in bare knuckle fighting, and he opened his first fight up with a win. What do you think?
Yeah, Paulie Malignaggi is a guy known in boxing for speed, fleet-footed defense, and very, very soft hands. Very soft hands. Like Floyd Mayweather is notorious for, not his hands, breaking and not being able to push full power because of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Paulie Malignaggi is a lot worse. So him bare knuckle fighting is kind of surprising to me. Not winning because Paulie, as far as that's still boxing, and that's Paulie's thing there.
Right.
The only thing is, Paulie, I mean, he's going to break his hand.
Right.
That's going to happen. He's going to break both of them.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know how long he's going to be able to do this for. Another boxing, the Paulie is for broken hands.
Right.
So,
right. It's funny that whole operation started in New Orleans. I wonder if it came out of all the fights they have in the bars down there. But I remember Bernard telling me he was down visiting family down there and had a chance to go to one. And he said, it was a pretty good fight. But it's good.
It's getting big fast.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, they're already all over pay-per-view every Saturday night right now.
Mm-hmm. Z, what do you think about Charlo calling out Crawford or Ennis?
That's what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, I mean, he's been out of the game so long, and it's not been medical. It's not, so he's been out of the game so long, and he's been out of practice. And right now, he's trying to fight, top guys, when he's kind of lost his spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he has, before he start calling people out, he has work to do.
Mm-hmm.
He has to really fight the winner and keep them in front door, because maybe you do still have a name to where somebody will fight you.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Crawford, they used to be a camp together, if I'm correct.
Right.
So he's a sport. And from the stories I heard, Crawford used to kind of get the best of those sparring sessions.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sparring, and that's not the fight. They could pull it off, but right now, I don't see Crawford looking Charlo's way, because there's no reason to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think, Tony?
I agree pretty much with what Z said on that one, and I don't know. I just think Charlo's, both of them, they've just been out of it. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing to maintain. They just want to throw out names and try to make some money. And
yeah,
right now, I just don't. Yeah, that's about all it is in my book.
Okay. Go ahead, Z. You have something?
Oh no! I just said
Okay.
I definitely agree with it's just grabbing attention without doing. They're doing it without doing any work right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't put in, my resume of I did this, I used to be,
Right.
and you're supposed to still be active. So I can't feed into anything if you don't have that current body of work behind it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Tony, Derek Chisora and Big Baby Miller is set to go in the end of December. What's your thoughts?
That'd be a very, very good fight. I'm going to be leaning on Chisora, I think, on that. But it will be a good one.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Z?
I think a lot of it has to do with how the weight of Big Baby Miller, how heavy he's going to come in.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes in 300 or around 300 or over,
right,
he's not going to do good against Chisora.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes in around 260, 270, I think he's going to do pretty good. And here's why. Chisora he's a brutal, he's a hard boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Big Baby can take a shot. Jared can take a shot. Jared is clean.
Mm-hmm.
He's clean. He's a value puncher also.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing is, if he doesn't have that weight on him, he's going to outwork Chisora. And Chisora's not really going to be able to put dents in Miller like that, because he's pretty clean, and he's a volume guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that it kind of depends on Miller. I think Miller is capable of giving Chisora a fix, frustrating him, and winning the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't depend on Miller as far as before he gets in the ring. The guy who comes in, if he's not getting busted for steroids, he's coming in overweight.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't depend on him before the fight. I can't depend on when they sign the fight that he's going to make it to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to cancel the fight because he got busted for
something. Right.
He's supposed to fight Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to fight somebody else. And it keeps happening that they cancel the fight because he does the test.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even bank on him getting there. So I'm not, can the guy come in shape without taking any, performance enhancing things?
Mm-hmm.
That's my question.
Right.
So, I would have to see all of that before I could kind of determine, totally, lean on anybody in that fight.
Right.
It was just a bad beef. That's all it was.
A lot of it.
This is a guy who's been sick for what, 6 months now? He's got to keep up with
bad Mexican beef.
Hey, Z, what do you think about uh, Alex Pereira? Got the win over Ankalaev.
Um, well, they could actually throw a third match in because that was the rematch, and Atalaya won the first one by decision.
Mm-hmm.
Pereira went ahead and stopped Atalaya early in this one, and so they did rubber matches. I think that it's pretty much determined who the winner is.
Right.
But just for the sake of officialness, you could put those together again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tony, what do you think about Edgar Berlanger coming back in 26 with a TBA? I want to know what you thought of him coming back, one, and two, who do you think they would match him with?
Maybe they could find somebody that runs their mouth like he does. That'd be a good start.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he ran it I think he ran himself dry this last time.
Mm-hmm.
When he fought and ran his mouth pretty bad and got his butt kicked. So honestly, I don't think it could be a big draw. I think he's unless he comes back, fight somebody big and wins. I think he's on his way down so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's going to matter who they pick at this point. I don't think it's going to be a big draw for him.
Okay. Z, what do you think?
Right now, I think they need a local in New York. He's a big draw.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they need to do something local for him, and they need to give him somebody a lighter touch. I knew that he wasn't going to beat Sherrod. That was just a bad, terrible look for me when they made the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he needs a lighter touch. I think he needs to fight middleweight exclusively, just take middleweight. And I would like to see him fight somebody. Right now with him, somebody get back on track on.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, I would like to see him fight the middleweight Charlo.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see if he can still make middleweight. Or I would like to see him fight one of the Charlos just because I think that would make a very exciting fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they both run their mouth enough like that. That'd be good if they're both running their gums like that. That would draw a good one.
And that's what made me think about that when Tony said that. That's what made me think. I said, you know what, these guys, they can match up, and it will make a pretty good fight, and the hype going up towards the fight. Mm-hmm. I would love to see that face to face.
Yeah, that or put him with a flyweight,
Mm-hmm.
Drop him down real low against somebody that's about 100 pounds lighter to him. They probably have a better chance kicking his butt and saying something to him. But yes, I agree. Put him with a Charlo. They let them both run their mouth, and just that alone will draw a good crowd for that. I'd watch that one just to see which one's going to get busted up. So
right.
I agree with Z on that one.
Okay. Tony, what do you think about Teofimo Lopez rejected a Crawford fight? Do you think that was a smart idea or not?
Personally, no, because that's big money.
Mm-hmm.
Big money. And people would die for a fight like that to make that kind of money. Win, lose, or draw, whether they think you can win or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suggest. I'm not saying go into the fight strictly for the money. I mean, I appreciate the fact that people, really have a heart about it. But you're talking about the top guy right now, and turning down that fight. I'd sure like to know why, what his thoughts were. But he would have definitely made enough where he could retire.
Sure. What do you think, Lucy?
Teofimo Lopez was calling Terrence Crawford out when Terrence Crawford was welterweight. And when he was fighting, with Errol Spence, Teofimo was calling him out. Teofimo has since moved himself, moved to welterweight. Terrence Crawford has moved basically to middleweight. So I don't think that fight's happening, and I think that I don't think that's just talk because Pass Crawford or offer Teofimo a fight. I think Teofimo would jump at that fast, being as though he was calling Crawford out for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I can't put too much stock into that.
Okay. Tony, let's stay with Teofimo here a minute. He's waiting for a contract to fight Shakar Stevens. What's your thought on that one?
I mean, if he's not going to fight Crawford, then definitely Shakur. I think that'd be a good matchup. But going back to what you said, if he does have a choice, which I agree with me, there's probably more to it. But if he has a choice, he would be stupid not to fight Crawford. But Shakur would be the next best, I think, for him, and it'd be one hell of a fight.
Mm-hmm. Z?
Yeah, where's Devin Haney at? Because him and Teofimo Lopez both moved up to welterweight, and they're not even, crossing paths or crossing talk. And that kind of confuses me. Like, are they friends staying away from each other? Because right now, if I'm correct, Shakur Stevens is still fighting at lightweight, 135.
Uh-huh.
So, right now, where are him and Teofimo? What weight would they fight at? Is he going to move Shakur up? Or are they going to meet at 140? Can Teofimo make that? That's, I don't know. So all of that would have to be negotiated before I can even figure out, how they would fight or who would win. Just because I don't know if that would happen necessarily. That's why I say, where's Devin Haney? Why isn't everybody talking about, Devin Haney matching up with Teofimo? They both have losses on their record, so, I mean, what's the problem?
Right. Tony, what do you think about Wadley and Parker fighting?
Joseph Parker?
Yes.
It'd be a good fight. Joseph Parker will pull that off. I feel pretty confident. He won't have any trouble with that, but it'll be a good fight.
Okay. See?
Are you talking about Fabio? Yeah, they just fought. They just fought Fabio Ward. Yeah, they just fought Fabio Ward. He won.
Okay.
Oh, I totally missed that one.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah. All right. Z, got the last ones for you. Renier de Ryder has announced that he's retiring now. Do you think he'll come back?
Yeah. Because, I mean, when you're a fighter, you tend to retire and come back. I mean, that happens more often than not. But once you retire, I think that I think that it's better that you stay retired. So I'm going to say, chances are, yeah, come back. But I think, you should stay retired.
Okay. Well, guys, that brings us to the end of our script here. I want to thank both of you for a great show. You guys are always prepared and amaze me every week about how you can break things down for our listeners that they're able to listen and know exactly what's happening in there. So I want to thank both of you. Tony, you want to lead us out?
Absolutely. Thank you for a great show again. Z, love working with you, talking to you, and I miss working with you. And wish we could do this 2 or 3 nights a week. It'd be exciting. Frank, you're the man. Appreciate you letting me back on again here. I think I'm on year 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you are.
Looking forward to more shows for 2026. Unfortunately, I probably won't make next Saturday night. I've got a prior commitment, but
we'll just cancel the whole show then.
Yeah. We'll make something happen. But yeah, you postpone it to Sunday out.
Oh, we can do that. Hell yeah.
Just for me, I know you meant for your.
Sure.
No,
Z?
But, I wish everybody a good week and stay safe out there right now the way the world is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Z?
Oh, man, another wonderful show. Tony, always a pleasure, man. I'm rooting for you. I hope everything goes well. Butch, always thank you. All of my Fighting Words family. Be sure to definitely a Bob, Coach Mel, and Dr. Chris. And if anyone wants to hear any fighting words, please do call.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, these programs are brought to you each and every night of the week in grateful appreciation to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, the men and women of police and fire services, the doctors and nurses, the first responders to COVID, and the wonderful people in the supermarkets that keep our shelves stocked, especially with water, with the hurricanes coming, and food during the pandemics. These programs are dedicated to those who have lost their lives in the line of duty. Deputy Robert Anthony Carroll, Patrolman David Curtis, Patrolman Jeffrey Colcap, Patrolman Jeffrey Yazowitz, Sergeant Thomas Banger, San Diego Officer Mike Hendler, Sergeant Tom Wilson, Charlotte County Sheriff's Department, Detective Randy Bell, Detective Ricky Childers, Patrolman Charlie Condit, Tarpon Springs Police Department, Deputy Chief Mike Godwin, Philadelphia Fire Department, Lieutenant Joyce Craig Lewis, Philadelphia Fire Department, Sergeant James O'Connor, Philadelphia Police Department, Sergeant Chris LeVake, Philadelphia Police Department. I'm sorry. Sergeant Chris LeVake, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department. I'm sorry. Lieutenant Mike Serba, Newcastle County Police. Patrolman Anafo Crispin, Lakeland PD. Deputy Josh Meyer, Nassau County Sheriff's Department. Captain Matt Letourneau, Philadelphia Police Fire Department. Captain Chris Leach, Wilmington Fire Department. Lieutenant Ardith Hope, Wilmington Fire Department. Lieutenant Jerry Ficus, Wilmington Fire Department. Chief Jimmy Ford, Wilmington Fire Department. Chief Al Hogle, Longboat Key Police Department. Deputy Mike Hargrove, Pinellas County Sheriff's Department. Trooper Chelsea Richards, Florida Highway Patrol. Trooper Joe Bullock, Florida Highway Patrol. Trooper Zachary Ben, Florida Highway Patrol. Sergeant Chris Fitzgerald, Philadelphia Police Department. Sergeant Ramon Mendez, Philadelphia Police Department. Chief Corey Compandier, Buffalo Creek Fire Department. Deputy Ronnie Ronazinski, Manatee County Sheriff's Department. And Patrolman Zachary Butterfield, Bradenton PD. My brothers and sisters, although you may be 10-7 at this point in time, and sometime we'll be 10-10 at the table of the Lord. Until that time, may the roads rise up to meet you. May the winds be always at your back. May the rains fall softly on your fields, and the sun shine lightly on your face. Until we meet again, may the good Lord keep you and your family always in the palm of his hands. Good night, God bless, and have a great week.